Well, imagine opening 2 new restaurants and then being forced to close them just after 2 months.
In our We're Open segment today, we hear from an owner who waited a year to reopen his restaurants. Rob Westerby brings us part of his story. Good morning.
Yeah, it's only part of Lucas Grill's story because he already had 2 successful restaurants in Holland and Zeeland. And with his new restaurant and new cocktail bar, his dreams were big, but then came the pandemic. Well, he's hung on to his dreams. By the way, Lucas Grill, that's the name of the owner, not the restaurants.
So we own 4 restaurants. My 2 most recent ones, Poquito, which is a Spanish and Latin influenced restaurant. Flavors and aromas of Spain, sangria and tapas, as well as great Latin favorites and margaritas. Really cool, fun, cultural restaurant. So I actually lived in Spain for a small period of time, fell in love with the people, the culture, everything about it. And Poquito in Spanish means un poquito, little or bit. And so since it's all small plate style cuisine, you have a bunch of little bits of this and that, kind of make your meal. And then lastly, we're in Obstacle 1. And this is kind of our take on a modern cocktail bar. Very boutique, very high-end in terms of its craft, and very exciting. Here's actually the menu from Obstacle 1. Each season we change the menu based on the seasons. And so the drinks have a really wide variety of flavors and textures. The presentation is a really big deal for us. And so you're gonna see bourbon and rums and scotches all dancing around in different ways in different cocktails. We opened the restaurants in the very end of 2019. And as we all, I'm sure, know, when COVID asteroid hit the planet just a few months later, things got really difficult very quickly. We just reopened on February 1st, as you know, and we've done a lot of changes. We added a patio out front. You know, we've done some different things with social distancing, with seating to make our guests feel more comfortable. I lived in these big cities, New York, Chicago, and I loved them. And I loved what they offered. And so what I wanted to do very simply was I wanted to invest in a town that I wanted to raise my family in and give that town and that city a little piece of the big city so they could feel like, you know what, Holland, Michigan has amazing schools, it's got amazing community, look at this amazing downtown. And so we are very excited for this coming summer because it's the first time that we're getting an opportunity for all those tourists, those out-of-towners, to really see what we have and who we are.
Lucas Restaurant, each restaurant that Lucas owns has its own website, but you'll find them all at 1983restaurants.com. You can keep up with businesses open in West Michigan on our website, fox17online.com/open. I'm Rob Westerby.